Coming up next on NSEN, your Lady Raiders are conference champs once again.
It's playoff time, and we had the highlights just for you.
And can Johnny Manziel make his way back to the NFL? And it was controversial because earlier in the season they had almost been playing better, the Clippers had been, without Blake Griffin. So now that he's coming back, if you're a Los Angeles Clippers fan, certainly a good sign to see them meshing together. I'm Alex Myers, and this is the Sports Zone. Well, it's hockey time once again here in Smashville as the Predators have recently kicked off their season. They play host to the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight, and we'll see you at Bridgestone Arena. Last week with a victory, your Tennessee Titans matched their win total from all last season. Welcome back to The Rise. It's time for the Sports Zone. The MTSU baseball team looked to continue their winning streak against Marshall over the weekend. The Blue Raiders started strong, and they scored the first run in the third inning. Well, there's one team on campus whose season just never ends. In fact, they just keep cheering. Rise co-host Marissa Burke takes a break from the trend and takes a look at sports.
The transfer from Ole Miss, but he's from right here in Murfreesboro, Itavius Mathers.
Mathers is a guy who significantly on homecoming is returning to Murfreesboro. He has been a guy who's really sparked this MTSU offense early on in the season. Look for him to be a playmaker today.
Hands off to Wales, left side. Wales picks up about 5.
And MTSU, this is an important part of the game. It's first and second down. Earlier in the week, Coach Stockstill at his weekly Monday press conference talked about their defense. They thought they could be successful against this Western Kentucky high-powered offense if and only if they had success on first and second down. If they get them in third and long, that's where they feel like they have a great opportunity for success. Excellent play from Stockstill. He just kind of lobbed it up. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback. Some people think you've got to be the most accurate quarterback. That was a great throw, no doubt. But you've got to give your thing, I think one of the most important parts of being a quarterback is you've got to give your playmakers, a chance to make a play. Christian Hutchinson, on the other hand, last year as a freshman, one of only 2 players on this team to play in all 31 games. It's a couple of young players, but they're very talented.
And for Middle Tennessee, it's all about Ty Petty, the local product from right here in Murfreesboro.
Out of Riverdale High School, just a few minutes down the road. She's a member of the 1,000-point club here at Middle Tennessee. Preseason all-conference in the Conference USA. She's loaded with talent as well. We talked about it, Jake, and we're going to continue to as Rogers that time just beats Katie Collier off the dribble. And that's really the one area offensively where the Panthers have seemed to have a real advantage is that quickness. We've gotten open threes in different ways, Jake. One of the ways that I've really liked is early in the ballgame, especially in that first quarter, they were doing a lot of screening with their post players to get their guards open. And then in the second quarter, you saw Reuter get going from beyond the arc as you take the post player, move them out, as a lot of times they were using Ty Petty as a distraction, and that's just not her game. It allows the defense to come in, collapse on her, and help over. Instead, I think they need to continue to do what they did have some success with, Rogers particularly, driving to the basket, having the defenders help off onto her and other guards, and that will give Hegedusha and other post players open opportunities from inside the three-point line. I think that's where, if they're going to hurt Middle Tennessee, they can do it.
FAU, no points over the last 3:26. Middle Tennessee, no field goals over the last 2:36.
Yeah, and for the Owls of FAU, they've had some decent looks, just haven't been able to knock them down from outside. I think you've got to work on getting into your offense a little earlier. Give credit to Middle Tennessee, though. The part of the reason they can't get in their offense is because the guard pressure, as soon as the Owls cross half court, it's there and in your face.
To Ingram, he's going to fall away from 17. It's no good. Giddy Potts with the rebound.
You mentioned it. He fell away. I think if he goes straight up for that one's going in because it was a little bit short.
No good. Rebound comes down to Habersham.
Just not it on the offensive end. Not what you're looking for. Too much one-on-one.
On Thursday night, it really came down to the freshman, Tyreek Dixon.
Absolutely. You expect Giddy Potts, Reggie Upshaw, Ja'Cory Williams, guys like that to make an impact, but you don't expect a guy like Tyreek Dixon, just a freshman. 3 of 6 from downtown on Thursday night, 9 of 12 shooting, meaning he was perfect from inside the arc. 21 points, a new career high for Dixon. If you had a guy like this, can score like that with any sort of consistency, boy, this Middle Tennessee team that's already tough to guard is going to be even tougher.
0 of 3 from the field. You're going to see him right here. He tries to go left. He just gets beat to the spot. The referee was 2 feet away, Jake. He's not going to miss that one.
Middle up 3, 38-35. Bracy drives, and he's fouled.
Not too much dribbling from Bracy. I'd like to see him get into that action a little bit quicker, maybe dish it off to a teammate. But you saw when Middle Tennessee went to a zone a second ago, he did exactly what any coach would want. You attacked that zone, sucked the defenders inside, got the ball to a shooter. Now, they weren't able to hit the shot, but it was a good look. Notice Williams at the top of this press right here. He's 6'8", long wingspan, makes those loopy passes tough to make. It's hard to make anything direct.
Shoulder. Simpson, wide open 3. Yes! the lead.
Music to any coach's ear, making that extra pass. Doesn't matter if you have a good shot, if there's a better one on the court, and that's exactly what Dixon did. The point guard finding his teammate.
Two-handed block for Ja'Cory Williams. Steps into it. Got it.
Williams playing with a little swagger.
But Kermit Davis, in his 15th season as head coach, knows better than to look ahead to postseason tournaments.
We don't talk about it a lot at all. I think good teams know what they're trying to get to. I think everybody on our team wants to win the regular season championship. To me, as long as our team is practicing at a high level, then I know our team is going to really do well as far as wins and losses.
Whether the team is looking ahead at it yet or not, they've put themselves in good position to put more banners and more murals up here in the Glass House. With 10 games left to go, Middle Tennessee has a great chance to grab their second regular season Conference USA championship. And maybe, just maybe, there's another chapter left in this Cinderella story.